welcome to the second installment of Let's Create a Synthesizer from Scratch. If you have seen my previous video, you know what we'll be doing. There is a preset from my hardware synth, Moog Werkstatt, which I really like. In this case, it's the acid square preset. And this is what it sounds like on the hardware synth. And now we're going to try to recreate the sound as close as possible with freely available tools. In this case, the Cherry Audio Voltage Modular synthesizer kit. And I will only be using the freely available tools so you can follow along. As for the components that we need, I'll drop in an LFO, an oscillator, a filter, an envelope generator, an amplifier, and lastly an oscilloscope to visualize the waveform as well. Now that we have the basic components to create our sound, we need to wire the components up. So our pitch goes into the oscillator pitch control voltage. The generated waveform, and in this case we want a pulse wave, goes into the audio input of the filter. The output of our filter goes into the input of the amplifier. And the output of the amplifier goes into our line out as well as into the oscilloscope. Furthermore, we have the envelope generator that gets triggered by the gate in signal. The envelope generator, on the one hand, modulates the amplitude of our amplifier, and on the other hand, for this preset, it also modulates the cutoff frequency of the filter. And our LFO needs to create a triangle wave, and that will modulate slightly the frequency of our oscillator. Now that we have wired everything up, let's set the values properly for the dials and the faders. First, the envelope generator. Let's set the sustain level to 0 and the decay to 1200, as well as the release rate around the same level. Everything else to 0. For our filter, we want to set the cutoff frequency to 146 Hz. And our resonance to about 34%. And the modulation amount for the cutoff frequency 54%. And the oscillator rate needs to go down to just something like slightly above 1%. And the oscillator frequency modulation by the LFO, I set that to 7.5%. I hope we've got everything dialed in. Let's check what it sounds like. Close enough to the original. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if there's something I could do better, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you.